Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash, double honor to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. This is Ratazar from the GMS Atlanta camp with another quick video. Just want to speak a few words in regards to the Passover, which is coming up in a couple of months, all right? And I just want to hit a few scriptures going into basically staying on point and being aware of that seducing spirit for brothers that been around for a number of years. Hell, you know, even just a couple years, you know that there's always a spirit that lurks around during this time to basically sift brothers out, man. And it's usually some bugged out doctrine, okay? Yeah, 1 year, not too long ago, you know, it was the flat earth doctrine that came out of nowhere, you know, and it started taking guys out left and right. Why? Because these individuals, they weren't rooted, okay? They wasn't fully persuaded in the doctrine that they was taught, man. And they started to give ear to it, watch these various videos, and they began to follow, man, and they got sifted out. So you don't want to basically fall after that same example, man. So you got to be aware of these things and be aware of certain spirits, which really, you know, is important to be on watch 24/7, 365, obviously. But during the Passover, those spirits get heightened, man, you know. So I just want to hit a few scriptures. As you can see, I got them pulled up on my phone. I'm gonna start 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, which we're in the latter times, and we have examples throughout the various camps of men who've departed from the faith for various reasons. Here's the point. It says, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, you see? So these different things that arise, different doctrines and false teachings that come, they are seducing because they sound good. It sounds true. And you begin to question, well, damn, you know what? That sounds right, man. The apostles, yeah, you know what? Yeah, the whole time the apostles was going off. You know, the damn Sabbath is Friday to Saturday every single week. You know, or the earth is flat. Or, you know, this or that. And you get seduced. And then what? You become one of the ones that depart from the faith because you don't never last, man. All the ones that took heed to those seducing spirits and took heed to these off-ass camps and these fallouts, you know, you'll endure for a while, but then you begin to fizzle out. And then the last video was 6 to 8 months ago, and you basically just finished, man. So you don't want to get seduced by these spirits, man. And another thing that also is that gets heightened during this time is murmuring, man. You want to be aware of that as well. That's also a damn spirit that goes around during the Passover. A brother that's been holding stuff in for months or years at a time, and then once the season comes, you know, Jake get the murmuring, you know, you know, and damn, usually his first target is a younger brother, you know, who's still kind of learning. Basically, he get his ears start murmuring, yeah, you know, this brother did this, and I don't like what's going on, and you get the murmuring, and then hey, the spirit how you get sifted out, man. You know, because you got a whole nother agenda, so you gotta just be aware of these things, man. All of us, even brothers that have been around for a number of years, hey, around this time, man, me personally, I get a little nervous, like, damn, you know, the spirit. Why? Because you want to stay in this thing, man. You don't want to do any wrong move, and you could be out of there, man. So everybody just got to be on watch, man, during these times. All right. I mean, I could read the whole chapter, but that was really the point. Was in that first verse, is giving heed to seducing spirits. Now let me go to the next scripture, which is 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. All right, basic scriptures that we all know. 1 Peter 5 and 8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. You see that? And I ain't just talking about Esau and his witchcraft. That's that spirit, man. That spirit, it starts coming around during this time. A month out, 2 months from Passover, and they're also 1 or 2 months out, past the Passover. It's all around this particular season when that spirit is sifting is out there, man. If you're not on your watch and if you're not constantly watching and aware, man, you can get caught, man. And what? You get devoured by Satan. You see that? You get sifted out, man. I read it again, 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And these individuals that bring these particular doctrines out, they got Satan on them, man. Here it is, the year of prophecy, 2020, and a Jake want to argue about when the Passover is, man. I'm not about to go back and forth with you about when the Passover is, man. You should have had that understanding by now. If you ain't got it, well, tough titty, nigga. I ain't gonna argue with you on that. All right, that's your problem. If you can't see it, the Sabbath is governed by the moon, bro. That's your issue, man. I ain't about to go back and forth with you. Ain't no way in hell your ass gonna persuade me otherwise, man. The Passover, or excuse me, the Sabbath and the new moon is governed by the moon, man, by the lunar Sabbath. Okay, and you got to be fully rooted in that, man. And if you're not rooted, that spirit is going to seduce you. And Satan's going to devour you, man. All right. Verse 9, whom resist steadfast in the faith. See that? So yeah, hey, you gotta be steadfast. When you go into that word steadfast, it means to be fastened down, to be rooted. Knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. Okay, so let's go to the same or the next scripture, which is the book of Luke, chapter 22. And getting right to the point, verse 31. It says, and the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan have desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. You see that? Yeah. So that same spirit is back. It comes back on the earth every so often, man. To what? Sift brothers out. Sift out. To basically sift you out. And the only way you're going to get sifted out is, again, what? If you're not rooted in the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. If you're not fully persuaded in your own mind, man. Shouldn't no person come along and persuade you that all the tribes are black. That's madness, man. Shouldn't nobody come at this stage in the game and persuade you that the Sabbath is Friday to Saturday every single week for the whole year. That's madness, man. All right? Shouldn't nobody persuade you that the earth is flat or this or that or the different things, all right? The scriptures tell you in another scripture to be not tossed to and fro with every wind of doctrine, man. Because you do that, that means that you're not rooted. You're not steadfast in the doctrine. And if you're easily persuaded, then, hey, Satan got you, man. He desired to sift all of us, man. There's all types of little traps and booby traps out there to try to catch brothers, man. But you gotta move wise and use wisdom, man, when you're moving out here in this truth. 32, but I have prayed for thee that thy faith fail not. And when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. You see that? So yeah, your faith got to be on 1,000, man. You got to be sure of what you believe in. All right. Let me get this last precept. This is a quick message. This is Colossians chapter 2 and verse 6. It says, as ye have therefore received Hamashiach Yahushua the Lord, so walk ye in him. Verse 7, rooted and built up in him and established in the faith. You see that? So the key words is rooted, built up, and established, man. You got to have these attributes about yourself. Really, as I mentioned, 24/7, 365. But most importantly, around this time, man, the Passover. When that sifting spirit is out there, that spirit of seduction, man, when these different doctrines get tossed out there through these videos and Jake not rooted, you click on these videos and watch these things, and you get persuaded, man, and you start bugging out. Or like, as I mentioned, the spirit of murmuring gets out there, man, and it never works in your favor. Verse 7 again, rooted and built up in him and established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. See that? Verse 8, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Yahushua. You see that? You got to watch for these guys, man, that pop up with these bugged out doctrines that they thought up in their mom's basement, man. They toss it out there, and you not being rooted, you get seduced by these things, man. So always be on your watch. Stick to what's being taught, man. And keep your head on a swivel. But that was pretty much it. I just wanted to put that word out there. Lord willing, it was an edifying video. Giving praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Shem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Lord willing, to the next lesson. Shalom.